The other day, I got more stuff done. I went ahead, put in a Civic radiator. It's just a half size, but it fits good. I got the hose on there, obviously. The bottom part I can't do, because obviously, remember last time, the thermostat housings broke. So, I gotta go to Napa to get one. Then I gotta figure out a bottom hose. I just kind of stuck one on there just so the coolant don't go everywhere. I didn't manage to make a little half-assed intake. It just kind of keep dirt from in there. I don't want something to crawl in. Like, we got bees that'll be up in my intake or something. I did get the coolant lines on. I did run 2 heater core actual little flapper valve things. That's just more because I had 2 hoses. I was trying to make actual fit, but it'll work for now. It's just temporary. I'm probably going turbo. I'll have to take them out and change them. I did get my half-ass header too. This is like my mock-up header. It's for a Civic Si, and obviously this is not a Civic. This is Integra. But it does start the car up. It'll let it idle around. I can drive it without going too far. It's better than spending $400 or $500 on a custom header. This thing was like $60. I did cut it in half to make it fit the hole. It's for an EP3, but it does fit, kinda. All right. I did have to get a new brake booster hose from Napa. The one I had was real short. On the B series, it's in different spots, so I had to just get a 3-foot piece of hose. 2 clamps. It works. Just have to make sure you put the little check valve. Not, your brake's probably ain't gonna work. I did have to adjust the throttle cable. It was a little out of whack. It don't exactly fit my car. It, like, I believe on the Integra it needs to be a touch longer. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I just adjusted about the other piece on the end. So as long as they mix the car move, I don't care. I'll adjust it out later or put a zip tie behind it or something. Whatever works is fine. Alright. Today we're doing a K20 thermostat. Simply, most cars have an actual thermostat. This guy, it physically is all built as one unit. It's the actual housing, neck, and the thermostat built in one piece. With the Napa, it was like $42, $43. Pretty simple to put in. It's only 3 10mm bolts, so you basically just need a ratchet with a 10mm. Usually bring a rag or an oil pan catch thing or something so you don't make a horrible mess. Give me a few seconds, we'll get started. Alright, to get started, we physically need to pull the bolts from right here, and there's a third bolt right here. Physically break them loose. I try to put the drain pan under there first, so that way when you make a mess, it's literally not everywhere. I try to break at least the bottom bolt loose, the top one and stuff. Let some of the antifreeze leak out first before you make a horrible tsunami mess. Alright. Got them moderately loose. Nothing came out. Usually it does, but if it has a good seal, sometimes it don't. I'm gonna physically take them out, then I'll come right back. Alright, I got the bolts all loose. For some reason, the one bolt's stuck in the housing. I'm not sure why. Guess I'll find out in a second. I don't know if the insert come out or what happened. But yeah, physically, you pull them 3 bolts out, give it a slight tug. Don't be crazy and pull on it, because I've actually broken one in half before by trying to get it out. Then you gotta try to get it out without messing the actual coolant top part up. So be careful, but you do gotta pull it kind of hard sometimes. Usually they sit in there for years. They ain't been out in 20 years, so occasionally you gotta pull it. If not, get a little pry bar behind it. Just don't break the actual housing. Alright. It's physically out. It wasn't bad, but the car that came out of it looked like it had been in a wreck, so the front of it was cracked, so it's not too bad, but there was no way to put a hose on it. So, obviously, just gonna throw her away. Like I said, went to Napa, got another one. For $42, it's worth using it. Same procedure, just stick her back in. Alright, let me try this with 2 hands. Give me 1 second. Alright, I put all 3 bolts in. I physically just kind of do like you're doing a clutch. Kind of just torque them a little bit, just go around the world. Like, tighten one a little bit, this one a little bit, this one a little bit. Don't tighten all one at one time. Like, tighten this one halfway, that one halfway. Then go back to where you were, and then go around and go around, go around. If not, it won't steal right. You'll have antifreeze leaking, then you'll be mad. So, just take your time. I'm not sure what the torque spec is. Give me a few seconds. I usually just go to kind of tight with a little ratchet. Don't go crazy and break them off. They're not like 50 foot-pounds. They're probably like 9 foot-pounds. So give me a few seconds and we'll torque them down, and I'll be right back. Alright, got the new one all installed. I didn't find the torque specs. I literally just went to pretty snug, which usually is fine. Now I'm going to try to find me a hose to actually fit the bottom of the radiator. I try to use one off an Integra that's around this year. Usually the 94 and up Integras, you can take the hose from the actual longer hose, cut it, kind of flip it around. It usually works if you cut it a little bit. Let me see what I can find. I'll let you know what I find and see what we can do. Alright, as I said, I'm basically using the long hose that you probably already had from your B-Series. It's the one that actually goes to the thermostat housing, I'm pretty sure, into the actual bottom part of your radiator. Today, we're going to take it, flip it upside down, pretty much hook it this way, put it down there, hook it on, cut it up here, like up top, and make it fit the size. So you're basically losing half the hose, or a good quarter of the hose, but it'll work. So if you need it for something else, don't use it. I just found an old hose I had laying around. Actually, it might have been on the trailer, but once I cut it, I'll put the clamps on. I'll kind of give you a better shot of what it's supposed to look like. Alright, after an hour of cutting it 20 times, it fits pretty good. I did cut it a touch too short, so there's a little teeny kink, like right about there, but it's not terrible. So always cut a little teeny bit at a time. I cut a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Then I got impatient and cut too much, but for free, it'll work for now. I'm not gonna press it. It's not too bad. More like this car is more a mock-up. I want to make sure it runs, drives, then I'll go around and perfect everything. But for now, it'll definitely work. Then we got the radiator part done. Need to actually make an overflow. I'm literally going to take just a basic piece of tube. It's actually 5/16. I'm going to take this actual, just a soda bottle, just take a drill bit. I'll show you what I mean in a second, but alright, I got it pretty much done. Like I said, I just took literally a drill, the drill bit, drilled a hole through a soda bottle. I took a drill bit that's slightly smaller, that when you push the hose in there, it actually fits tight. If you get the same size, it's going to fall out. So once you get pressure, it builds up. Basically, you just need this, a hose clamp, you should be ready to go. Maybe a zip tie, because it'll depend how long your hose is, where it's going to sit. Give me 1 second, I'll be out back to the car. Basically, just slid the hose on one side, put the clamp. Just find a good spot to put it, like down here, somewhere out the way. I'm probably just going to zip tie it down there. That's pretty much the easiest coolant thing you can have. I mean, for free, a couple pieces of hose and a clamp you probably already have at your house. Works out. Alright guys, that's going to end the video for today. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Have a good day.